Imagine stumbling upon a hidden pathway in your mind, a secret channel where divine whispers guide your every step. Intrigued? You're not alone. Today we're venturing into the mystical realm of how God speaks through your mind, a mystery that intertwines the spiritual with the everyday. Get ready to discover the unseen threads connecting your thoughts to a higher wisdom. In our exploration of how God communicates through the mind, it's crucial to first get a clear picture of what this means. It's not about hearing an actual voice, like someone calling you on the phone. Instead, think of it as a gentle nudge or a quiet whisper in your thoughts, guiding you subtly yet profoundly. Imagine you're at a crossroads, unsure which path to take. Suddenly, you feel a sense of calm, a quiet confidence about one direction. This feeling, this sense of inner peace, can be thought of as God's voice. It's not loud or demanding, it's more like a friend's soft suggestion, only felt deep within your heart and mind. This divine communication often aligns with our core values and beliefs. It's like having an internal moral compass that points you towards actions that feel right and true. It's not just about making decisions that benefit us personally, but also about choices that contribute positively to those around us. To better understand this, let's ditch the idea that it's a mystical or out-of-reach concept. It's actually more down-to-earth and relatable. You know those moments when you're pondering over something, and suddenly, you have a light bulb moment? That's a bit like it. Or when you're feeling lost and out of nowhere, you find clarity. That's also along the lines of how this communication works. It's essential, however, to differentiate this from our everyday thoughts and whims. It's not about what we want to hear or the easy way out. This guidance often challenges us, pushes us to grow, and sometimes takes us out of our comfort zone. It's about recognizing those thoughts that are not only comforting, but also resonate with a deeper truth within us. In essence, the concept of God speaking through the mind is about tuning into a frequency that's always there, but often gets lost in the noise of daily life. It's about learning to listen to that quiet, steady voice that guides us towards living a life that's in harmony with our deepest values and beliefs. In exploring how God communicates through the mind, it's fascinating to see how different cultures and religions have their own unique take on this. Christianity, for instance, talks a lot about the Holy Spirit acting like a friendly nudge in the right direction, guiding believers in their everyday life choices. Think of it as a wise friend who whispers advice, except you can't see them, and they're super into moral guidance. Then there's Islam, where the idea of ilham, or divine inspiration, plays a big role. It's like having a moral compass in your heart and mind, helping you make choices that are in line with a higher plan. You won't find divine text messages popping up on your phone, but many believe that these subtle feelings and thoughts are just as meaningful. Hinduism and Buddhism also offer their spins on internal divine communication. They talk about reaching a state of inner wisdom or enlightenment, where you suddenly get these deep truths about life. It's not about a booming voice giving you a step-by-step guide, but more about a light bulb moment where things just click. All these beliefs across various faiths point to one thing: the idea that a higher power, in whatever form, is having a quiet word with us inside our heads. It's not about dramatic signs or burning bushes. It's more like a gentle nudge or a whisper, guiding us subtly. This guidance is thought to help us make choices that aren't just good for us, but also kind and helpful to others. It's like having an internal moral GPS that helps you navigate through life's tricky situations. So whether you're trying to decide if you should give up your seat on the bus or pondering life's big questions, many believe that this internal guidance is quietly at work. It's less about spectacular miracles and more about those small, everyday moments where you feel led to do the right thing. After all, it's often in the small acts of kindness that we find the most profound experiences of divine communication. Tapping into the idea that God speaks through our minds, let's sprinkle a bit of psychology into the mix. Think of your mind as a bustling city, with thoughts as the busy citizens. Now, in this city, there's a special kind of thought. Let's call them the wise locals. These are the thoughts that feel deeper, more meaningful, almost like they have an ancient wisdom about them. In psychology, these wise locals can be seen as parts of our subconscious. They pop up, usually at the most random times, like when you're deciding whether to have a salad or a burger, and a little voice in your head says, "Remember, you promised yourself to eat healthier." That's your subconscious aligning with your personal values, playing the role of a gentle, not-so-pushy guide. This isn't just about making healthy food choices, though. It stretches to bigger life decisions, too. When facing tough choices, our mind acts like a skilled detective, piecing together clues from our beliefs, past experiences, and future hopes. Sometimes, it presents its findings in the form of a gut feeling or a sudden moment of clarity. For many, this inner guidance feels like it's coming from a higher power. By understanding this, we realize that our minds are more than just thought factories. They're like wise friends who know us well, offering nuggets of wisdom, especially when we're feeling lost or confused. It's a bit like having a smart, thoughtful buddy living in your head who pops up with helpful advice now and then. Listening to God's voice in our minds might not be as straightforward as tuning into a radio station, but with a few simple steps, it can become a more accessible part of our daily lives. The trick is to make space for silence and reflection amidst our bustling schedules. It's like trying to hear a friend's whisper in a noisy room. We need to turn down the volume of our busy thoughts first. Mindfulness and meditation are your go-to tools here. They're not just trendy buzzwords. They're like mental exercises that strengthen our ability to focus and discern subtle inner voices. Imagine them as a mental gym where our minds can lift weights and run treadmills to get fit for receiving divine messages. Another key is embracing the art of trusting your gut. Sometimes, what we brush off as just a hunch can be profound guidance in disguise. It's like when you're trying to pick a movie to watch and something inside tells you to go for the one you'd normally skip, and it turns out to be amazing. Incorporating prayer or reflection into your routine can also act as a direct line to the divine. It doesn't have to be a grand affair. Simple, sincere conversations with the higher power you believe in can do wonders. And when in doubt, diving into religious texts or seeking advice from someone you respect can offer that extra nudge in the right direction. Remember, this isn't about seeking loud, thunderous answers. Often, it's the quiet, subtle nudges that carry the most weight. So take a moment, breathe, and listen. You might be surprised at what you hear. Moving from theory to reality, let's delve into the experiences of individuals who've sensed divine guidance in their thoughts. These stories are not just tales from ancient scriptures, but modern-day experiences that many can relate to. First, consider Sarah, a schoolteacher from Ohio. She recalls a moment when, amidst a challenging decision about whether to change her career, she experienced an overwhelming sense of peace during her nightly meditation. This wasn't just a fleeting feeling. It was a profound conviction that teaching was her true calling. She describes it as a quiet whisper in her mind, reaffirming her passion for teaching. Then there's Mike, a retired Army veteran from Texas. He shares an intriguing story about a regular morning walk. One day, a spontaneous thought to take a different route led him to a lost puppy. Mike, who had been longing for companionship since his retirement, saw this as a sign and adopted the puppy. He often jokes about how his four-legged friend is more than just a pet, but a messenger who came right when he needed a friend. These stories, while simple, resonate with the profound impact of listening to one's inner voice. They demonstrate how, in ordinary moments, people have felt guided by a force greater than themselves. It's not always about monumental revelations. Sometimes, it's in the small, seemingly insignificant decisions where this divine guidance shines through. Each story is a unique thread in the fabric of understanding how God communicates through the mind, painting a vivid picture that connects the abstract concept with tangible experiences. As we wrap up our exploration into the intriguing ways God speaks through the mind, remember, the subtle whispers within us often carry profound messages. If you found these insights enlightening, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Stay tuned for more inspiring journeys like this. Until next time, keep listening within